In the first video, I've mentioned a little about how students grow differently in the different environments. Generally, there are a total of 3 different environments, which are the family environments, school environments, and public environments. In this video, we will be exploring these environments and why is it important to shape students' behavior starting from the school environments. First, family environment is referring to the environment that students learn from the parents or anyone who's taking care of the child since they are young. Current era, family environment is also mentioned to be the most important environment because the student's characteristic is said to be totally relying on how families take care of their children. There's a phrase called like father, like son. However, the weakness of this environment is no one could have the external control over the parents' quality, besides the parents themselves. Every parent comes from a different background. Some children may be taught right by the parents who has a better background. It will be unfair for some students where the parents themselves have failed to provide what their children actually need. This is where the potential first problem starts with the family's environment. There is no control of quality from the external parties. Next, school environment is referring to school where students are compulsory to learn their skills and behaviors. It has the ability to raise students with studied, compiled, and standardized basic foundations to make them be someone better in the future. While the basic foundations is not just referring to studies, but it is also about building the students' personality, characteristics, and understand their studies in the same time. This is the thing that our school neglected nowadays, whereby they think that finishing their school syllabus is their only main priorities. If all students are taught with the quality they're supposed to have, students will always be prepared and they will carry this knowledge they learn over to their life and finally to their family environments, and eventually forms a loop to raise up their children with a standardized and correct quality. Next, public environment is referring to the influential from the publics, such as from TV, radio, social media, YouTube, Facebook, and etc. etc. This is also a very powerful tool, allowing people to see more varieties of successes and characteristics exploring by different people around the world. The downside of this environment is the advice given from publics are usually very scattered and potentially only applicable in the particular situations. Worse still, when different publics share their different philosophy, where all of them seems to be right, and then the public follow their advice exactly without putting in consideration to the influencer point of view. And that is when they end up with confusion or failure. Another downside from this environment is we can never prevent others from sharing the negativity and wrong information such as the happiness of murder, killing, crimes, drugs, war, and etc. There's almost no way we can control over the public environment. Hence, students learning directly from the public environment has a high risk of receiving a wrong information. Hence, as we can see, the school responsibility is so huge if shaping the future generations is our main target. School is not about preparing students to score well in the examinations. Rather than they are like the parents, training students with good characteristics, require knowledge, require behavior, enough understanding to encounter their problems in the future.